If you have a credit card balance you are too scared to check right now, I am talking directly to you. Don't scroll past this one. Stay right here, because this is the video that actually fixes it. This is MCubed, Money Mindset Makeover, the channel flipping the script on money for millennials and Gen Z. If you are new here, welcome to the Mindset Revolution. If you have been here a minute, you already know how we do this. No fluff, no shame, just real talk. Today we are talking about the word nobody wants to say out loud: debt. Specifically, how I budgeted my way out of it, and how you can build that exact system no matter what your paycheck looks like right now. By the end of this video, you will have an actual plan, not just another Sunday night spiral of, I should really deal with that. So stick around, because the last section is the part that actually moves the needle. Let's be real about where most of us are starting from. The average American is carrying somewhere around $6,500 in credit card debt right now, at an average interest rate north of 21%. Millennials are sitting even higher, closer to $7,000. And here's the twist almost nobody mentions. Nearly half of all cardholders actually carry that balance month to month, which means for that half, the real average is closer to $11,000, not $6,000. But here's where it gets worse. 83% of millennials and roughly 2/3 of Gen Z have used a buy now, pay later app in the last year. That is not a coincidence. That is an entire generation getting handed 4 easy payments instead of 1 honest price tag. And a big chunk of us are stacking 3 or more of those plans at once, which is just a second credit card wearing a cuter font. Most people don't realize this part either. Almost 3/4 of Gen Z say they have had to delay something major because of credit card debt. Emergency savings, helping family, investing, basic adulting put on pause because of a balance that never seems to actually shrink. And here is the part that should honestly make you a little angry. If you are earning under $25,000 a year and carrying just over $4,000 in credit card debt, that is already a debt-to-income ratio north of 16%, on cards alone, before rent, before groceries, before a single other bill. Meanwhile, someone earning 6 figures can carry double that balance and barely feel it. The system is not just confusing, it is mathematically harder on the people who can least afford it. So let's kill the shame spiral right now. You are not bad with money. You were handed a system that profits every single month your balance does not hit zero. Minimum payments exist, so the bank barely has to wait for its money while you wait forever for freedom. That is not a personal failure. That is the business model. Here is what actually works. Not get a better job. Not stop buying coffee. A system. And it has 7 parts. Step 1. Know what you are actually fighting. Credit cards. Buy now, pay later. Student loans. Medical debt. Personal loans. They are not the same monster wearing different masks. A 24% APR credit card and a 6% student loan are not equally urgent, so stop treating them like they are. Step 2. Face the full number. One list, every balance, every rate, every minimum payment, all in one place. I know that sounds like financial exposure therapy. It kind of is. But you cannot outbudget a number you are too scared to look at. Step 3. Pick your method before your emotions pick it for you. Avalanche means you attack the highest interest rate first, which saves you the most money on paper. Full stop. Math doesn't lie. Snowball means you knock out the smallest balance first, which gets you a fast win and keeps you actually motivated when the math alone isn't enough to keep you showing up. Think of it like training for a 5K versus a marathon. One is about pure efficiency. The other is about not quitting in week 2. There is also a hybrid option, where you knock out one small balance first for the quick win, then switch straight into avalanche mode for everything after. Neither approach is wrong. What is wrong is bouncing between all 3 every time you get bored, because that is how 6 months disappear and the number barely moves. But here is where it gets worse if you skip the next part. Step 4. Budget the actual debt attack instead of a vague idea of one. 4 categories. Minimum payments on everything, non-negotiable. 1 extra payment aimed only at your target debt. A small interest buffer. True emergencies. The second I wrote down a real number instead of whatever is left over at the end of the month. That is the exact moment balances started actually moving. Step 5. Cut what is not adding real value. Cancel the subscription you forgot existed. Call and negotiate your APR down. A 5-minute phone call can genuinely save you real money. Redirect cashback rewards straight into the payment instead of a new purchase. Pause the takeout during your attack months. Sell the stuff sitting in your closet with the tag still on and throw that lump sum straight at the target debt. This is not about eating plain rice for a year. Most of these cuts you will not even miss. And the ones you do miss, you will only miss for a few weeks. Quick question for you, drop it in the comments. What is the one debt you are most ready to say goodbye to? I read every single one, and your answer might be exactly the push someone else scrolling right now needs to finally start their own plan. Step 6, and this is the one almost nobody tells you. Build in breathing room money. The number one reason payoff plans fail is not lack of discipline, it is burnout. If your entire paycheck goes straight to debt with zero room to live, you will quit by month 2, guaranteed. One small, boring category for coffee or a low-cost outing is what keeps this sustainable long enough to actually work. Step 7. Stop opening new debt while you are closing old debt. If a purchase needs a new credit line, a new buy now pay later plan, or a new just this once card to happen, it waits. Progress should shrink your balances, not just shuffle them around into a new hiding spot with a nicer app icon. Here is the moment that actually changed everything for me. I stopped treating debt like a personality flaw and started treating it like a math problem with a due date. Take a $3,000 credit card balance at 24% interest, a $90 minimum payment, plus a $250 extra payment, plus a small buffer, comes out to about $400 a month. And that balance is gone in under a year instead of dragging out for a decade in minimum payment purgatory. $15,000 spread across a few debts, same math, bigger numbers, still lands on a real date on a real calendar instead of a vague someday that never comes. This is where broke ends and ownership begins. Getting debt-free is not about being perfect with money. It is about building one system that still works on the weeks you do not feel like thinking about money at all. The weeks you're tired, the weeks something unexpected pops up. The weeks life just happens. A system built for your worst month is a system that will absolutely carry you through your best one. So that is the whole blueprint. Know your debts, face the number, pick your method. Budget the actual attack and cut what does not matter. Protect your breathing room. Stop feeding the fire while you are putting it out. Do this consistently, and you will always be in control of that balance, instead of it controlling you. If you want more ways to build real financial freedom without giving up your entire life to do it, hit subscribe and join the MCubed Mavericks, because unsubscribing from broke starts with one decision, and you just made it by watching this whole thing. Since you stayed, why not watch the next video? It will add value for sure. Automated savings apps that millennials love. The video is on your screen right now. It will show you all the latest cool gadgets and which ones to avoid, so go watch that one next, MCubed fam.